Life after 70. Why timing your shower could save your life. Have you ever stopped to think, not about how you shower, but when most of us treat showering as just another part of the daily routine, morning, evening, whenever it fits. But for older adults, especially those over 70, the timing of your shower isn't just a matter of comfort or convenience. It can be a matter of safety. Choosing the right time to shower can actually reduce your risk of dizziness, dangerous falls, and even serious health emergencies. It's one of those small details in life that often goes unnoticed until something goes wrong. In this episode, we're going to talk about why the time you choose to shower matters more than you might think. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Sometimes, a simple change, like picking the right hour, can make all the difference. Let's get started. Part 1. Why early morning showers can be dangerous. For many older adults, taking a morning shower feels like a peaceful, energizing way to greet the day. It's a routine filled with comfort and familiarity, a warm stream of water, a quiet moment to yourself. But what many don't realize is that showering too early in the morning, especially between 4 o'clock and 8 a.m., can actually be one of the most dangerous times of day. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to sudden changes, especially in blood pressure. During the early morning hours, the body is still waking up. Your blood pressure tends to be lower while you sleep, but right around dawn, it begins to rise sharply in what doctors call a morning surge. That sudden shift can put a lot of strain on your heart, and when combined with the heat and standing motion of a shower, it can lead to dizziness, fainting, or even a fall. Many seniors also experience what's called orthostatic hypotension, a drop in blood pressure when moving from sitting or lying down to standing. Imagine going from your bed straight into a hot shower. That transition can be overwhelming for your system. These risks are real and they happen silently. No warning signs, no pain beforehand, just one moment of weakness and a fall that could change everything. That's why experts strongly recommend showering later in the morning, ideally between 10 a.m. and noon. When your body is more alert, blood pressure has stabilized, and you're less likely to feel lightheaded. A simple shift in timing could mean the difference between a calm, refreshing start to your day and a life-altering accident. Part 2. When hot water becomes a hidden risk. There's nothing quite like the feeling of a warm shower, especially in the morning. For many older adults, it brings comfort to stiff joints and a sense of calm to start the day. But here's something most people don't know. As we get older, our bodies don't handle hot water the way they used to. After the age of 70, our ability to regulate body temperature naturally declines. This means sudden changes in temperature, like stepping into a hot shower when your core body temperature is still low from sleep, can cause your blood vessels to suddenly expand, lowering your blood pressure and making you feel dizzy or faint. This isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. Doctors have seen this happen many times. A person steps into a steamy shower, expecting relief, and within moments they're lightheaded, unsteady, and at real risk of falling. The bathroom, with its hard surfaces and wet floors, is the worst place to lose your balance. The solution? It's simple and life-saving. Turn the heat down. Keep your water temperature in a safe, lukewarm range, about 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 to 38 degrees Celsius. That's warm enough to feel good, but not so hot that it shocks your system. And for extra peace of mind, consider installing an anti-scald device in your shower. They're easy to use and cost very little, but they can prevent sudden temperature spikes that could overwhelm your body. A warm shower should bring you comfort, not risk. Making just this one small adjustment can help protect your safety every single day. Part 3. When your medication and shower don't mix. Every morning, millions of older adults start their day with a glass of water and their daily medications, especially blood pressure pills. It's part of the routine, just like brushing your teeth or having breakfast. But what if that routine, combined with a hot shower, is quietly putting your safety at risk? You see, blood pressure medications are designed to lower your blood pressure. That's how they protect your heart. But when you take them right before stepping into a warm shower, something dangerous can happen. The heat from the water, causes your blood vessels to widen. That, combined with the effect of your medication, can create what doctors call a double drop, a sudden, sharp dip in blood pressure. What does that feel like? Maybe you felt it before without realizing it. Lightheadedness, blurred vision, a strange wave of weakness. For some, it leads to fainting. And in the bathroom, a fall like that can be devastating. The good news? This risk is easy to avoid. Simply space out your medication and your shower. If you take your blood pressure pills in the morning, wait at least 2 to 3 hours before you shower. Or ask your doctor if it's safe to shift your medication to later in the day. You can also put a reminder on your fridge or bathroom mirror, a small note to keep you safe. It's a simple change, but for your body, it makes a world of difference. Keeping medication and hot showers apart can help you stay on your feet and in control of your day. Part 4. How low light turns a bathroom into a hidden danger. Have you ever walked into your bathroom early in the morning when the house is still dark and quiet? Maybe you don't bother turning on the lights. It's a space you know well, step by step. But here's something many people don't realize. As we age, our eyes don't adjust to low light the way they used to. In fact, research shows that after the age of 70, our ability to see clearly in dim light drops by more than 60%. That means what looks safe and familiar during the day can become a real hazard at 5 or 6 in the morning. Water on the floor may go unnoticed. A small towel in the wrong spot might blend into the tile. Even slight shadows can distort depth and balance, making it harder to step safely in and out of the shower. And when a slip happens, the consequences can be serious, especially on hard bathroom floors. One fall can lead to weeks in the hospital, loss of independence, or worse. So what can you do? It starts with light. Install a few motion-activated night lights in the hallway and bathroom. Choose bulbs with a soft, warm glow, bright enough to guide you safely, gentle enough not to startle you awake. Next, place non-slip mats in colors that contrast with your floor. That way, even in low light, your eyes can quickly recognize where it's safe to step. These are small changes, but they can make a huge difference. Because in the quiet hours before sunrise, your bathroom should feel safe, not uncertain. And a little more light might be all it takes to keep you steady and secure. Part 5. Why you shouldn't shower on an empty tank. After a long night's sleep, your body wakes up in a quiet but serious state, dehydrated. It's not always obvious. You might not feel thirsty, but during the night, your body loses water through breathing, sweating, and simply being at rest. And if you're like many older adults, you may already be drinking less water than your body really needs. Here's why that matters. When you're dehydrated and stand up, especially in a warm shower, your blood pressure can drop suddenly. Doctors call this orthostatic hypotension. It's a fancy name for a scary moment. You feel dizzy, lightheaded, maybe even black out for a second. And if that happens in the shower, the risk of falling is dangerously high. One man, George, 75, shared a story. He couldn't understand why every morning in the shower he felt woozy, but fine the rest of the day. The answer? He was starting each day on empty. Once he began drinking a glass of water before his shower, the dizzy spells disappeared. The fix is simple and powerful. Hydrate before you shower. Keep a water bottle next to your bed or in your bathroom. Drink one full glass at least 15 minutes before stepping into the shower. It's a small habit that helps your body stabilize, keeps your brain alert, and lowers the chance of a dangerous fall. Think of it as part of your morning routine, just like brushing your teeth, because even something as basic as water could be the thing that keeps you safe, steady, and standing strong. Part 6. If something happens, who will know? It's a thought none of us like to imagine, slipping in the shower in the early morning hours and no one being there to help. But for many older adults, especially those living alone, this isn't just a fear. It's a very real risk. Studies show that falls happening before 8 a.m. often go unnoticed for hours, simply because the rest of the household, or even neighbors, are still asleep. The truth is, even a minor fall can become dangerous if help doesn't arrive quickly. Wet skin, cold tile, and being unable to move can lead to hypothermia or further injury. And the longer you wait for help, the worse the outcome tends to be. There's one story that's hard to forget. Lillian, a 71-year-old widow, fell in her bathroom at 5 a.m. She lay there, wet, shivering and in pain, for over 4 hours before anyone found her. Thankfully, she survived, but her recovery was long, and the emotional toll was even heavier. So how can we protect ourselves and those we love? Start by installing a waterproof emergency call button in or near the shower. These devices are small, affordable, and could be life-saving. Next, set up daily check-in calls with a family member, neighbor, or friend, especially if you're showering early. A quick message, even just a text, can offer peace of mind for everyone. We all want to stay independent, but independence doesn't mean being alone in an emergency. With just a few simple steps, you can stay safe, stay connected, and never be left waiting for help that comes too late. Part 7. When your mind isn't fully awake yet. Have you ever noticed that your thinking feels a little slower in the early morning? Maybe your body is up, but your mind is still catching up. Names take longer to recall. Decisions feel just a bit foggy. That's not just in your head. It's a real effect of the body's natural rhythm, especially as we age. Between 4 o'clock and 8 a.m., the brain's cognitive performance is at its lowest, particularly in adults over 65. Studies show that reaction times can be 30% slower during these early hours compared to midday. That means tasks that require attention and quick reflexes, like adjusting water temperature, stepping into a wet shower, or reaching for a towel, become more risky than we realize. One man, Arthur, 77, learned this the hard way. At 6 a.m., still groggy, he turned on the shower without realizing the water was scalding hot. By the time his brain caught up, it was too late. He suffered serious burns that landed him in the hospital. Later, he said, "If it had been noon, I would have reacted instantly. But at that hour, my brain just wasn't ready." So what's the solution? Time your shower to match your alertness. The best window is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., when your mind is clearer and more responsive. You can also install a shower timer with an alarm to limit exposure and keep your routine focused. These aren't just small safety tips. They're acts of self-care. By aligning your habits with how your body and mind truly work, you protect not just your health, but your independence, confidence, and peace of mind. Closing. A small change, a safer life. Now that you've heard the full picture, from the dangers of early morning showers to the importance of hydration, lighting, and timing, I hope one thing is clear. Your daily routine matters more than you think. Sometimes, it's not about doing something new. It's about doing something familiar, just a little differently. Whether it's adjusting your shower time, drinking a glass of water first, or simply adding a nightlight, these are small, thoughtful changes. But together, they can protect your health, your independence, and your peace of mind. And if you're listening to this not for yourself, but for a parent, a spouse, or someone you love, share this message with them. Because sometimes one conversation can prevent a crisis. If this episode made you pause, reflect, or learn something new, I invite you to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss the next one. We'll continue sharing more ways to help you live safely, confidently, and with dignity every day. Thank you so much for being here. Take good care of yourself, and remember, staying safe doesn't mean doing less, it means living smarter. Until next time.